Tracking another tornado warned storm. This is a different one. This is located near Fordland. Tornado warning now being issued for areas from roughly Fordland east to Seymour and northeast into northern Wright County. This does include areas as far north as Grove Spring and even into the Manus area. But again, right now the storm is centered over Fordland. This is a tornado warning, radar indicated. In addition to the risk of a tornado, large hail is possible with this one. We've really seen the hail core come up with this particular storm. This tornado warning is in effect through 7:15 this evening. This storm, it's a little bit more clear than the last tornado warned storm. It looks like we do have a circulation showing up on radar, and that is located pretty close or between Fordland and Diggins right now. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of scope this guy out. So hopefully we'll be able to show some. You can see that right there. So here's Fordland. Diggins located about right in there. And these are very strong outbound winds. These are strong inbound winds. And it looks like the possible tornado would be located just north of Highway 60, just to the east of Fordland. Getting a new radar image in, and I'll clear that out.
It's moving quick.
Yeah, getting a new radar image in. It looks like that circulation is now located to the northeast of Diggins, north of Highway 60. So, and this image, and this is the problem with tonight, is that these storms are moving very, very fast. So we're kind of looking back in time, but it looks like the circulation is now located roughly here. So you can see the hook. So imagine this is actually located right about here now. And I'm seeing that in some of the more updated radar imagery that I've got available to me. I'm hoping that this product will allow me to show storm relative velocity. That kind of like unmasks where the circulation is in environments like we have tonight. So I'm going to wait for a new scan here, but it looks like that circulation is located to the northeast of Diggins, roughly about in here. This appears to be where the circulation is, and it's tracking very quickly to the northeast. The speed on this is 60 miles per hour. So if you live in and around Diggins, you're tornado warned right now, still under the gun, and it is tracking toward the northeast at 60 miles per hour. So it's going to cover a lot of ground. Going to broaden that out just a hair more, and it looks like it's going to be tracking roughly in this fashion. And so hopefully this will give us some ideas as to when when these some of these different points where the possible tornado will be over the next 10, 20, and 30 minutes. So near High Prairie, or to the probably just to the southeast of High Prairie at 648, should be up near Grove Spring. Again, Grove Spring, you guys are tornado warned. That would be about 6:58 this evening, and then from there it would push. I think in about 25 to 30 minutes, it should push out of northern Wright County into sections of southeastern Laclede County up toward the Evergreen area. I'm going to go ahead and clear that out again, and you can see again pretty clearly what should be again a radar indicated tornado right there to the north of northeast of Diggins. Kind of waiting on that to update, because what I can see on a more updated radar view is a little bit more impressive in nature. In addition to the risk of a tornado with this storm, looks like we've got some very large hail. In fact, we'll kind of, I can show you that as we go over to our hail product, our hail tracker product. It does a pretty good job of showing where the hail is and how big. And you can see that hail core located right on top of Diggins. This is indicating that we could have hail in excess of quarter size, maybe up to ping pong ball size, with this particular thunderstorm that is tornado warned, that is currently centered over the Fordland-Diggins area, right on top of Highway 60. That hail core, again, tracking toward the northeast, along with the possible tornado across eastern Webster County, and then in the next 10 to 15 minutes should be getting into northwestern Wright County. Again, tracking generally in this fashion like that. So that's the general corridor that this tornado warned storm is going to be taking, moving along, and where that possible hail would also be moving. This isn't the only storm that we're watching either. We've got still a few others off to the southwest in Christian County, also in Stone County. Those are severe warned for the possibility of large hail and damaging wind gusts. This is the second tornado warned storm of the night. We have, and it looks like we're starting to get an even stronger indication of very large hail with that storm. Looks like we're starting to get some indications of maybe even larger than ping pong ball size. Hopefully this will update again looking at somewhat of an older radar image, that hook echo now is located, here's Fordland, Diggins, that hook echo is located right about in there. And this is going to continue to track north-northeast. So it looks like the tornado threat should be winding down in the Diggins area, but it is increasing. In fact, I just got a new scan in, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm on a separate radar view here, so pardon that, but I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Just looking at what I've got right here, I was hoping that maybe we could get some street names to come in. Clear Spring Road, Alcorn Road, Skyline Road. These are roads in the vicinity, northeast of Diggins, of where this circulation is showing up. In fact, we have an updated radar view right now.
It's not really shown on our kind of model what we're showing in-house, but this is trying to hook. This supercell is trying to kind of whip back around. That tornado is really trying to form. Got a reporter of someone in the Seymour area reporting a wall cloud. They didn't see any rotation. They didn't see any funnel cloud at this time. That was a couple minutes ago, but it's right in that area in Seymour where we're trying to see this, trying to hook back around as it's forming.
And Matt, you can see, so I'm looking, what I'm showing right now is we've got the scope on the storm.
Yeah.
You can see the rotation right here, and I know we're zoomed in and it's very rural, so you can see State Highway C located just east of where that circulation is. And as I broaden that out, so hopefully kind of giving folks a little better idea of where it is in relation to some of the towns nearby. Diggins, Seymour off to the south and southwest. High Prairie is located north of where this possible tornado is located. Looks like this, again, the circulation has absolutely tightened up over the last 5 minutes or so in the most recent scan that we've got in. So that's indications that this storm is maybe trying to produce. It may be trying to put down a tornado right now. Tornado warning is in effect for that area, roughly from Seymour northeast up toward Grove Spring. That appears to be about the corridor that this circulation is going to be taking over the next 20 minutes. And Matt, while I'm talking, if you can, look at correlation coefficient, look and see if we've got any indications of a debris. In fact, I can do that on a different view.
I was looking at it earlier, and it looked a little bit too contaminated to get a clear distinction out of that. I think it's started to clear up just a little bit. I do want to take this time to mention this is moving very quick, 60, 70 miles per hour, this system. So people that are not in that tornado warning is Fort Leonard Wood, Waynesville, St. Roberts. If you're in this path, you need to start getting ready. This system is moving, it is hauling. If you have a shelter that you like to go into that area, I would try to start kind of getting ready and getting prepared now, as this is going to be one of those systems you will not have a lot of time for. It's developing very quickly, it's moving very quickly as well, Jamie.
Yeah, and going ahead and timing this thing out again, just to kind of give you an update. So this is where the possible tornado is located right there. You can very clearly see that hook. Grove Spring it looks like this circulation would be in the vicinity of Grove Spring in about 15 minutes from now. So if you're watching from the Grove Spring area, take action right now. These storms are very fast moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. That doesn't give you much time to get in your safe space, your tornado safe space. This tornado warned storm will blow through your area over the next 10 to 15 minutes. And then from there, it should track into southeastern Laclede County. So areas from Evergreen east across southeastern Laclede County, kind of a heads up, this currently tornado warned storm should be moving through your neck of the woods in about 20 to 30 minutes from now. And it looks like we've got another storm to the west of Evergreen. You can see that little appendage right there. That too looks interesting. And I think we may be getting to that stage where we start seeing more and more tornado warnings pop off. So this is going to get very busy and probably kind of messy as we kind of try to keep tabs on all of the different circulations and possible tornadoes that are showing up with these storms.
We warned you guys a couple minutes ago that this is trying to hook, and we're absolutely seeing that hook form right now with this kind of cell that's just past Seymour to the northeast of it. This rotation's, it's tightening up, and it's something we absolutely have to monitor, and it's really just the first of kind of, we're expecting more chances for tornadoes.
Yeah, looks like this
looks like they just confirmed that tornado. Yeah, National Weather Service also saw that hook coming around. They saw that tightening. That is no longer radar indicated. That is a confirmed tornado north of Seymour that we're tracking right now, getting close to the Grove Spring area.
I'm hoping that this, I'm going to switch this over to our debris
That is radar confirmed with debris, Jamie. Radar confirmed with debris.
So this is a debris signature that they're seeing on radar. And just looking at what's called correlation coefficient, it'll show sometimes very clearly where debris is being lofted up by a tornado. In this particular image, it's a little old. I'm not seeing it, but looking at some other products, it looks like the circulation is very close to, and I'm going to try to read off some of these names, Short State Highway P. Let's see if I can get something else in the vicinity of
Highway C, Highway P.
Yeah.
Right now it's almost on Highway P. That's where I'm seeing that rotation.
Yep, Highway P.
38, Duncan is about to be right in this path.
Looks like Nation School Road will be in the path of this tornado. Cantrell Creek Road in the path of this tornado. So if you live, again, near Highway P along Nation School Road running north away from Highway P up toward Cantrell Road, tornado is moving through your area right now. Looks like the circulation is right on top of that intersection of Cantrell Creek Road and Nation School Road. And from there, it looks like it will impact areas a bit further north up toward, this is again still along Nation School Road. Old Buffalo Road is just northeast of where the circulation is. Nation School Road kind of runs north and then hooks off to the west. Where it hooks off to the west is still north of where that tornado is located. And this is now a confirmed tornado. So there's enough evidence that we can see on radar to go ahead and confirm that there is a tornado occurring with this storm. I'm going to swap this back out for the velocity view. And you can see right here, this image is again a little bit old. You can see State Highway C right there to the east of that circulation. So here's the circulation, State Highway C. Looks like that circulation is located right about in there. And I know we're really zoomed in, but maybe we can get some other roads in the vicinity of that tornado. We talked about Highway P, Homestead Road, State Highway C running northward, Highway P. These are all roads in the vicinity of where this tornado is located. And it's moving very quickly to the northeast at 60 miles per hour. I mean, we've really seen this thing wrap up. Going back to just your standard radar view, you can see very clear. That's very textbook. So this is the updraft. This is the rotating updraft. What you're seeing right here is you're seeing hail and rain getting wrapped around the west side of that rotating updraft. Underneath the updraft, the tornado is located approximately right in here, and then this is what's called the rear flank downdraft. So you're probably getting some very strong winds south away from where that tornado is located, south still down toward Highway 60. I would guess that we've seen some strong winds in the Diggins area. And even though it looks like the tornado will pass just to the west of New Grove, I think we may see some very strong winds get into the New Grove area in Wright County, west of Hartville, as this storm passes by just to the west.
Jamie, this is a beast of a storm. If we flipped over to Max 2, I have the hail tracker, and our product right now is estimating at least golf ball sized hail. I would not be surprised if they're getting hail that's even larger than that. And this is in that high prairie area. You have concerns of the tornado that's just a little bit further east than where this hail kind of core is, but then you also have the hail core that's about to move into Grove Screen. This is a very powerful system. It just sparked up all of a sudden. We saw the hook start to develop. Concerned about other thunderstorms that can kind of have a similar fate as this, where this very quickly matured, developed, went severe. Not seeing anything else right now, but that's kind of what I'm monitoring as we see this radar confirmed tornado moving closer to Grove Spring.
And Matt, we can actually, we have another product here. We can show you where the hail is, but we can also show you where there's the greatest likelihood of where this tornado is located. And again, I'm hoping that we can get a good debris signature that I can show you, but here's a different product that allows us to see the rotation throughout all of the volume scans, kind of lines that up and gives you a really good idea of where the tornado is likely occurring. So this is Highway 38, this is High Prairie, and to the east of High Prairie you can see New Grove on the eastern edge of this tornado warning polygon. This is where you're seeing strong rotation on radar right in there to the south of Highway 38. So this tornado is going to be crossing Highway 38 over the next, I would say within the next 5 minutes. I mean, it's moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. That will take it in a trajectory that should bring it very close to Grove Spring. And all indications are, and it looks like right now, it looks like that tornado is now located on Highway 38 or just north of Highway 38. Just got a new scan in, and it looks like that tornado is now over Highway 38 or just north of Highway 38. It is in the vicinity Let's see if I can get some different road names in here. State Highway F and Pyatt Road. These are some roads that are just north of Highway 38, very close to where this tornado is occurring right now. And as we go back to that radar view, you can see that rotation product there, how it kind of ties in, it correlates with what it looks like on radar. So here's our storm, and you can see the hook right here. That tornado is located right about in there, right where you see that little notch. That is where the tornado is located, just to the north of Highway 38, and it is moving very quickly to the northeast. Tracking this out, and it's going about 60 miles per hour to the northeast. I hope I have enough room here. Not really, but it looks like it's going to be in the vicinity of Grove Spring. If you live in and around Grove Spring or south of Grove Spring, this tornado is going to be moving through your area over the next 10 minutes. From Grove Spring north up toward the Laclede County line, up toward Evergreen, it looks like over the next 20 to 30 minutes, this tornado, if it's still producing, the storm, will be tracking across those areas. So again, a heads up for folks in southeast Laclede County, just based on what we're seeing on radar right now, it looks like this thing may maintain itself. This is a radar confirmed tornado now, so we know that there's a tornado occurring or has occurred with this particular thunderstorm, and all indications are that this storm is still producing a tornado. Again, this is just the second tornado warned storm of what will likely be several throughout the evening hours as we watch this line of severe storms push east across the area.
I want to get people prepared in Laclede County and Pulaski County. The National Weather Service is going to have to decide what they're going to do on this tornado warning. And from what I'm seeing, I don't see any signs of this tornado weakening. So we're probably going to see a tornado warning extend into Laclede County, extend into Pulaski County very soon, because this path is going to continue as it's moving out. A northeast, 60, 70 miles per hour. So the system's moving very quickly. We're running out of that tornado warning polygon, expecting another one from the National Weather Service very soon. So if you're in Laclede County, if you're in Pulaski County, your phone's probably going to be sounding off in just a minute, and you're going to be panicking, hey, how do I get to my safe place? So start thinking about that now. It's only a matter of time before this system moves downrange to you.
And Matt, that storm, that tornado is now north of Highway 38. Just kind of give you some markers. It looks like the tornado is very close to Trailblazer Road. That is one road that kind of runs north away from where that tornado is occurring. McClanahan Road is another road that is located, that's a west-east road that is located north of, just north of where the tornado is occurring. Currently, it looks like the tornado is just to the south of Highway F. Got a new scan in, it looks like it's still to the south of Highway F, and it is in the vicinity of, let's see if I'm hoping I can get some road names pop in for me. McClanahan Road, again, looks like it's very close to McClanahan Road at this time. Kendrick Road, so the intersection of Kendrick Road and McClanahan Road is very close to where this tornado is occurring right now. And just east of that intersection, there's a little road that drops south into a little loop where it looks like we've got may have some different homes. Looks like that tornado is moving very close to that area. Again, that is close to the intersection of McClanahan Road and Kendrick Road, where the tornado is currently occurring. And it is radar confirmed. I don't know that we've had anybody actually call in and report a tornado, but radar has gotten sophisticated enough over the last decade or now over 10 years where we can, through radar, see whether or not a storm is producing a tornado. And we are seeing that on radar with this particular thunderstorm, that it is very likely producing a tornado.
And Jamie, ever since the system got really north of Seymour, we have found kind of that CC drop. That's a way of saying, hey, we see some debris with this system, and it has been consistent for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes of pumping out debris that's happening with this. So
Matt, what I can see right now is just a pretty strong debris signature on radar.
It's still there. It has not faded.
It's actually, I think it's stronger now. As this storm is able to generate debris and put more and more debris up in the air.
This system's not weakening. It's staying just as strong, if not getting stronger.
Let's see if, I'm going to go ahead and go to our debris product here, and I hope that it will update. Let's See,
it's working for me. Yeah, I'm looking at it over here.
Yeah,
and you can take that back and you can follow it. It's pumping out debris.
So okay, so folks, what we're talking about is you see this dark blue area right there. That is the debris signature that radar is picking up. Now, what we look for, we want to make sure that that also is correlated with where the rotation is. And you can see, and again, the images are happening at different times, so maybe they don't correlate perfectly in what I'm showing you, but you can see our circulation right here. Imagine that it's already tracked to this position, and that's where we're showing you the debris signature on radar. And just looking at other products that are updating a little bit more frequently than our on-air product, it looks like we've still got a tornado on the ground. We're still seeing a debris signature. That, I'm going to go back to a different view here. It looks like the tornado is very close to Highway F right now, in the vicinity of Highway F, and hoping I can get just another small road to kind of pop in for me. Kind of zoomed in as tight as I can get, and I'm not really getting what I'm looking for. But
Jamie, while you're working on that, I'm seeing the chat, and there's a lot of people wondering, hey, what about Springfield? What about Nixa? What about Ozark? If we can switch to Max 2, let me really quickly just kind of give the all clear for Springfield. Your chance of seeing a tornado is what we had about an hour ago. The sirens went off. That has moved out. There's not going to be a tornado in Springfield. There's not going to be a tornado in Nixa. If you've really experienced those thunderstorms and kind of that line of activity has now moved, you're good for the night. It's people that are kind of along this line of thunderstorms and east of that. So right now it's really places that are east of Highway 65 that have that tornado chance. It's people to the west of Highway 65. You're safe for the night. You may have some fast winds. You may have concerns about wildfires, but besides that, you're not going to have a tornado chance in. It's really where we're seeing this line of storms develop. Only one tornado warning right now, and that's with this confirmed tornado. It's a strong one.
And and I went ahead while Matt was talking, I went ahead and looked up and down the line. I don't see anything else that stands out that says, hey, watch this storm, it could produce soon. We still have, though, this tornado warned storm that is likely producing a tornado at this time. You can see on radar, and this is pretty up to date now. Here's Highway F, Highway 5. And right there, that is the circulation that we're seeing on radar. That's where the tornado is occurring. And in conjunction with that, we've got a pretty significant debris signature. So I'm hoping as I swap this out, there it is. You can see that ball of blue right there. That's what you want to see. That really tells you, because it's also happening where we have the circulation couplet, where we're looking at what we think is a tornado. You're seeing that debris signature. That tells us that there is debris being generated by what is likely a tornado on the ground. And I think that it's still on the ground. I think that it's still producing. And it looks like that tornado is going to continue to track. It should hold together long enough to track north away from Highway F, across Highway 5 over the next few minutes. And it looks like areas further north really need to be mindful of this. I'm going to keep the debris signature product up, and we'll go ahead and, because that's really given us a good marker as to where it's likely occurring right now. Again, I don't even have enough room on the map here to draw out this cone, so I'm going to have to broaden this out a little bit more. But as we do that, hopefully that'll give me enough real estate. Even then, I mean, these things are hauling. This thing's moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. So I'm going to clear that out. Let's see if I can get this to draw out for us. There we go. That should do it. So this is the general corridor that this tornado is going to take. Again, it's located very close to Highway F, approaching Highway 5. From there, we'll continue to track northeast. It should be near Jerktail by about 7:10 this evening, and up near Competition in about 15 minutes, and then up in the Falcon area in about 20 to 25 minutes from now. It could make it all the way into southeastern Laclede County. I don't see any reason why that couldn't happen. I mean, right now we're not seeing that circulation really weaken in a significant way. I mean, it's still there. I still see a debris signature. Again, that debris signature now is located to the north of Highway 5. So I'm going to clear out this data, and I'm going to go back to this radar view. Hopefully this is updated for us. It's okay. Looks like, based on what I can see on a different radar product, that tornado is located right about here. Looks like it's located right about there, maybe very close to Loring, just to the west of Highway TT. It does look like the tornado has now crossed Highway 5, and it looks like it's now making its way toward the Durbin area. So if you live between where the tornado is located now and Durbin. Again, you need to be taking immediate action. Very likely a tornado moving through your area. Should be in the Durbin area. Again, we'll draw that back out, but it should be in the Durbin area here pretty soon. Let's see if this will do it for us. Just kind of drawing that. Durbin, 7:05. So we're sitting at 7 o'clock. Looks like about 5 minutes from now, that tornado will be moving through Durbin, then jerk tail at 7:09, then the competition area by about 7:13. So looks like in about 10 minutes, maybe a little more than 10 minutes, this tornado-warned storm, or at least where the tornado is located, should move across the county line into southeastern Laclede County. So Laclede County not under a tornado warning at this time. Heads up though, you may be very shortly, as this looks like it will be holding together. And I think that we're still going to be dealing with a concern that it could produce, even though it does look like here in the most recent scan that the circulation has weakened to some extent. It looks like there still may be a risk with this storm as it pushes into southeastern Laclede County, because it's possible that we could be looking at a storm that cycles, a supercell that perks up and then it fades a bit and then it perks back up and then it fades a bit and perks back up, and that cycling every time could produce a tornado. It looks like we've gotten one tornado out of this storm over areas of Wright County, and it looks like that storm threat will be making its way into southeastern Laclede County in about 10 minutes from now. I just wanted to, for folks that are watching, this is what we're looking at. We've got this line. I'll take that tablet off.
You seen that tornado possible?
Which
northern Arkansas?
Northern Arkansas. And that's good to point out. Here's another thing. Before we got into this tornado warning I was concerned about. We're seeing these cells that are developing. Here's the line. We're seeing these cells developing out ahead of the line. That is an environment where they're not going to have to fight off other thunderstorms as much. So it's possible that these storms could become more significant as they track northeast. So eastern Taney County, Ozark County, maybe northern Marion and Baxter counties, watch these storms off to your southwest. We've got one that is now severe warned with a tornado possible tag, meaning that we can see some hints of rotation with it. These may develop. We may see these develop as they cross the state line, and they could become tornadic. So that's something to watch. Still watching this particular thunderstorm up in northern Wright County. Still has, again, all the markers that it's still a tornado producing storm. You can see that hook echo we talk about so much right there, and it looks like that tornado located right about in there, just to the east of Grove Spring, very quickly moving northeast in the general direction of competition. If you live, again, up toward the county line, or even north of the county line, this storm is going to be moving through your area very soon. Please take shelter. At this stage of the game, we've had at least one confirmed tornado with this particular thunderstorm. Looks like there has been some signs of a weakening trend, and that's good news. But that tornado threat does appear to remain with that thunderstorm as it tracks northeast across northern Wright County right now. I'm going to go to a different radar view that's off camera. I just wanted to see. Right now it looks like that tornado is located very close to Highway TT. Let's see if I can get something else to show up. Sunset Road and Highway TT, that intersection is just north or very close to where the tornado is currently located. And that tornado will continue to track roughly toward Durbin. So if you live in and around Durbin, again, tornado safe place, be in it right now. Stay there until that tornado threat passes, because it looks like this storm has produced at least one tornado, and it still could be producing a tornado even at this stage of the game. Matt, are there any updates in regard to, are there any viewer reports or?
Getting a lot of reports of hail, from pea size all the way up to quarter size to, I imagine, what we're seeing with kind of this confirmed tornado where we have those debris that they're getting up to egg-sized hail. I do want to kind of just go through the line. Let's do a broader view of what we're seeing across the area, and we have a line of severe thunderstorms that start into northern Arkansas. This comes with a tornado possible tag over in Harrison. Thunderstorms about to approach into Branson. Those right now not looking tornadic, but this line of thunderstorms extends all the way out of Missouri and into Iowa. Not quite into Minnesota yet, but just look at this long line of thunderstorms as we're starting to push this through, and it's running into a more favorable environment with a little bit more moisture, a little bit more instability. In other words, these tornadoes are going to be able, or rather these storms are going to be able to develop more, to mature, to grow, and I think we're going to be in for an active night. You know, we talked about, hey, we thought we're going to see thunderstorms develop west of Highway 65, and then they start to get bad once they get further into the east. We're starting to see that happen right now. It's an active night, only that one confirmed tornado. We're waiting for really the National Weather Service to decide if they're going to extend this tornado warning. Personally, I believe that they will, but I haven't heard anything from them just yet. They're starting to run out of that room on that polygon. We're kind of that hooking tornado we're starting to see is very quickly moving into Laclede County.
Well, and going back, I was hoping we'd have a few more scans available, but I kind of wanted to show folks, again, that debris signature. And you can see as I kind of go back and forth in this loop, this is about the time that it really was popping out at us. And you can see Highway 5 located right there, running south out of Grove Spring. That was the debris signature. We started picking that up back here. And then it has since tracked roughly in this fashion. So I think we've seen a tornado on the ground for probably at least several miles and generating debris. Hopefully, we have seen that tornado risk kind of die down, but I'm still seeing evidence of a circulation. So I'll go back over to, actually I'll go to storm relative velocity here, and we're going to zoom in, get that tablet off there. But we're still seeing evidence right in there, very close to Highway TT and State Highway H. Looks like we've still got evidence of a circulation right there. That is, as we kind of, I'm going to look at it, that's pretty close to Jerktail, south of Competition. And as Matt said, I mean, Weather Service is going to have to decide whether or not they want to pull the trigger on this thing for southeast Laclede County, because the storm is moving very quickly northeast, and we're still seeing evidence here of a possible tornado. I think we could probably say possible at this stage of the game. I'm not seeing signs that we can say it's confirmed, but it has been confirmed, and we're still seeing that circulation, and it could tighten right back up. Going back to our radar view of that same area, it's a little bit easier to see that hook echo maybe than that circulation that I was showing you. But you can see it looks like the circulation is now located northeast of Durban. So I think the tornado threat is ending in the Durban area, but it continues for areas up toward Jerktail and Competition, because the circulation is going to track roughly in this fashion across northern.
Jamie, I got an update for you. Heard word from the National Weather Service. They are going to kind of extend this tornado warning downstream. So I imagine very soon we're going to see that update that starts to get pushed out. Northern Wright County into southeastern Laclede counties, where they're going to kind of extend this box. Probably you're going to see that update very soon from the National Weather Service.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, that makes sense because we're still seeing evidence. I mean, it looks like that, so I'm guessing that the new warning is probably going to be radar indicated, not confirmed.
I don't have word on that, but that wouldn't surprise me. I think that logic checks out.
Okay, yeah, just checking some different products here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we may still have a debris signature there. I mean, there's still kind of a bullseye of blue. So, I mean, we may still have, we may still have a tornado-producing storm. At the very least, I mean, this thing has had a history of producing a tornado. So, please take this seriously. If you live across northern Wright County, Jerktail, maybe even as far east as Mingsville, but certainly west of Mingsville, up toward the Competition area. I mean, this is the corridor that we're going to find a tornado risk over the next 15 minutes or so. Again, that storm's still moving very quickly northeast at 60 miles per hour. And that's going to be, let's go ahead and draw that out. That's roughly the area that it's going to be covering. So in Jerktail, here we are sitting at 7:09. Within the next few minutes, that circulation, possible tornado, will be moving through your area. And then from there, it should cross the state line in the next not state line, but county line over the next 6-7 minutes. Should be located, I would guess, very close to, maybe just to the southeast of Competition by 7:16. And then at that point, it's in southeastern Laclede County. Now, I don't expect this storm to impact Lebanon, but further north up toward Falcon. Looks like it could be in the vicinity of Falcon at around 7:25 this evening. So Matt mentioned that, again, the Weather Service is thinking about going ahead and issuing a new tornado warning for southeastern Laclede County. So again, a heads up now, go ahead, start taking action, get into your tornado safe space. Possible tornado moving into southeastern Laclede County over the next 5 minutes. And looking at, again, looking at different products here, we've got a variety of different radar displays, and some are updating a little faster than our on-air product. That's why we're sometimes looking off-screen at some different things. What we see is that circulation appears to be just south of the county line. I'm going to go to a different radar view here, and hopefully it looks like it's pretty close to Highway Z. Highway Z, and I'm going to take this information off. Highway Z, and let's see if something else will pop in, and Chambers Lane. Highway Z and Chambers Lane. So Chambers Lane actually kind of tees off of Highway Z. Highway Z runs south to north across northern Wright County, and it looks like, again, the circulation.
There's a new tornado warning, Jamie, just came out.
Okay.
They just extended downstream as like what we were expecting to. So that includes Laclede County, Wright County, I believe the kind of also getting the northern portion of Texas County as well in that tornado.
And it looks like they went with radar confirmed on this. They took the confirmed portion.
Radar indicated.
Radar indicated.
It's radar indicated. They can get about tennis ball sized hail. That's what they have on the warning right now.
Tennis ball size hail. And, you know, this is a supercell thunderstorm. I mean, this has a rotating updraft, and as soon as you get to that stage, you can get those really big hailstones along with the risk of tornadoes. So it now looks like, I mean, in addition to a tornado, I mean, you got some monster hail possibly occurring with that storm. I'll show you that hail core in just a moment. I do want to talk about where that circulation is showing up. And it's getting a little bit messy down there toward Competition. Looks like it is centered over Competition. And I'll go to the storm relative velocity here. And hopefully that'll come in nicely there. It's taking a little bit of time to, so it looks like here's Competition, here's your county line right there. So Jerktail, Competition, county line. This is what we're watching right there. So it looks like possible tornado east of Competition, tracking toward the north-northeast. So up toward, it looks like it's heading in the general direction of Southard here in southeastern Laclede County. And that's a relatively tight couple. It is, and we'll go ahead and zoom in. You can see it looks like it's very close to Highway O and Highway AD. It may be located just northwest of that intersection of Highway O and Highway AD in southeastern Laclede County. And it is tracking toward the north-northeast at, I believe let's see if it's picked up any, 60 miles per hour. So they still have the forward movement with this particular tornado warned storm at 60 miles per hour. And I'll go ahead and let's track that out again. This is the general direction and areas that it's going to be in the vicinity of. Southard by about 7:18. Winnipeg by about 7:22, Greenview by about 7:26, Hanna, if it holds together, would be near Hanna at around 7:32 this evening. So this is giving you some approximate ETA times for a tornado, again, with this thunderstorm that is tornado warned. It was confirmed. It looks like now it's lost enough signature so that we've kind of taken it back to radar indicated status. But I mean, we're still seeing a fairly tight, relatively strong circulation, so we could see this thing produce again. I think the one thing that's lacking right now to give us more confidence that it is producing a tornado is we're not seeing that debris signature like we were seeing, maybe 10 minutes ago. But again, you can still see that couplet really nicely there to the south of Falcon. Going to go back over to a different radar view. You can see that storm is really part of a broader line of thunderstorms which extends all the way north. In fact, I can show you this thing extends all the way north into Iowa. We've had warnings along this line all the way into Iowa. Notice how it wraps around. It's kind of odd looking, right? It wraps around to the west, north of Omaha. This is where the low is located. The surface low is located. So we've got a severe weather threat that's primarily wind here across Iowa, And then as you drop down that line into Missouri, we're getting wind, hail, and now tornadoes with a few of these storms at least. And it looks like as that line continues to progress further east, places, and I'll take that off. Let's see if I can find that. Places further east, remember we've been kind of talking about that Highway 63 corridor was going to be kind of like that threshold.